live. Look, I can see you really good. Can you see me? Can you see me? Hey, Christiane Wargo. How are you, girlie? Thank you for joining. I am interviewing, we'll just let a few more people come into the room. Oh, look, Robert C. Stern has joined us. Welcome, Robert. Oh my gosh. You know what? There's a glare on here. Why is there a glare? Where is there a glare? Let me fix this. Because all I can see is me. And we don't want to see me. We want to see you. Hey, Afton. How are you? Can everybody see Robert, or can they just see a glare? Robert, take off your glasses so that I... No, I'm just kidding. All I see is a glare. Okay, so... Jan C. book. My name is Lynnie Wennerstrom, creator of Crazy Awesome Healthy You. Love you too, girlie. Thank you for joining us. And author of the book, 7 Simple Steps to a Crazy Awesome Healthy You. And Robert, you're back. And I am tonight, this is the Beyond Awesome show. So tonight I am, can you turn down your audio, Robert? Put the headphone in your ear. Stick it in your ear. Hey!
You're getting feisty this Thursday.
So, Robert's looking for his headpiece, so I'll continue introducing myself. This is the Beyond Awesome show. Thank you for tuning in, and I love having as my guest Robert C. Stern. I'm going to turn you around just so you can... Oh, wait, he ducked. There's Robert. Yay! Robert, can you see yourself?
Yeah, everybody!
Robert, can you see yourself on your phone, or is it like a bad picture?
It's got a little bit of a glare, like a reflection of whatever I see you holding your phone.
I'm not holding my phone. Okay, is that... Let me see.
Or I see your phone and then you.
Yeah, let me see. Is that better?
A little bit better, yeah.
Let me just get you closer. But if I get closer, because I don't have a fisheye yet. Okay.
You gotta start talking to Ryan about these things.
No, I already did. Okay, so let me finish introducing. Damon. So, got my own bio and everything. Robert is the founder and CEO of The Social Leader. That's his Facebook page as well. And The Social Leader, all about engagement. He's all about engagement, folks, and community building and picking up the phone. Good morning from Australia. Welcome. In case you haven't been to his scopes before, at Robert C. Stern, you'll know that he loves people to pick up the phone or make connections. That's what he's all about. He was a real estate agent, got into online videos for the homes to be sold, and then he started teaching people how to do it because everybody wanted to do it. Am I right, Robert, on that?
That is 100% correct.
And he is also the founder of Dream Room Makeovers. And this, I didn't know this, so I'm turning. So, Robert, I know there's a little bit of a glare. I don't know how to fix that. So you're just going to have to look your amazing, awesome self like that on Periscope. Tell us a little bit about the Dream Room Makeovers, about your Dream Room Makeovers, Inc., please.
Dream Room Makeovers is a 501c3 charity that we, me and 2 other friends got together and did, that we decided that we wanted to go into homes with children with disabilities or life-threatening illnesses, and we remodel the home.
You know,
we get all donations, and the best part about it is that we do it all in one day.
You are a giver, and when I saw that, it did not surprise me, because seriously, because you give in your scopes, you give and give and give, and I it's like, I know that is so cool, and so I thought, where does that come from, Robert? Where does that come from in your heart? I mean, how were you raised?
My mommy.
Okay,
my mommy.
But how did that? But really, I mean, give us a little bit about. I mean, we know the business side of you, but give us a little bit of the personal, the Robert, the little Robertito, Spanish. You know, the little Robert.
I since growing up always liked to just help people. I didn't care what it was. I'd help the neighbors with their projects on the lawn. I'd help, my mom started her business in retail, the flea markets up here in the Northeast back in the late 70s and 80s, and I went and helped all weekend. I would run around and help all the other vendors, get them the sodas, get them the food, things like that. I just love helping people, and that's why I started as out of school, I started out as a headhunter, which was getting people jobs. Obviously got paid for it, which I love. But
of course.
It was a good thing. And then I became a realtor after 9/11, which I love helping people find their home. And then it transitioned into social media, and that's my passion now, is just helping people thrive in their businesses.
And you do an amazing job. I think we can all testify to that.
Thank you.
So you, here's one of the reasons why when we talked about interviewing you for this show, because I'm all about health and happiness and motivation and really inspiration. You are an inspiration to me, and you are an inspiration to a lot of people on Periscope, and probably in your other life as well. I mean, you do webinars, you give and give and give, but you're also an inspiration because you're also, besides being an early adopter, one of the first people on Periscope, but you're also a major social influencer, and you're creative, but you're also a single parent, and so you're extremely inspiring to me, because not only because of what you give, but of who you are and what you do. So, like, to Raina, your daughter, how old is Raina, by the way?
She's 8.5. She's a little Periscope kid.
I know, she is a little Periscope kid. I know, her dances and singing and everything else.
She's known all over Periscope, and I actually know, as we physically speak, I knew we had this set up at 9:30. A friend on Periscope, her husband, Adrian Dyer and Colin Dyer. Colin actually has a picture of Raina, and he is actually on scope right now, drawing her.
Are you serious?
He started at 9:30 tonight. I said, so when I'm done with the interview, I'll pop on over and see how you're doing.
Oh, I mean, seriously, Robert, you're just okay. How does it feel to be a single dad? I mean, besides all the love and everything, what is it? What is it? I mean, you are a single dad, right? I mean, and
yep.
So
I have her primarily 5, sometimes 6 days a week, and it's a lot of work. I mean, it's one thing if she was 16 and I can go off and do things, and it's no big deal. She can stay at a friend's house. But, an 8-year-old, it's a lot more time consuming. Being the only girl in this house, she wants to play Barbie, I got to play Barbie. She wants to do makeup. I mean, I did her nails the other day for Pelawar. I actually painted her. I joked about it. I painted her nails blue for the blue team. And people laugh that I go into makeup scope. And I'm like, guys, I got to learn this stuff.
Oh, my gosh. Tell us a little bit more about yours and Raina's relationship while I plug in my computer, because I have 4 minutes. I forgot to plug it in. So, I know.
Well, I mean, it's a very close relationship.
But I can hear you.
I know. We literally, I've instilled with her one of the things that I feel is most important, that she's not afraid to talk to me about anything, which I think is the most important thing, just having that open communication with her. So, we've had some in-depth conversations. I mean, she's not the typical 8.5-year-old. She understands social media probably better than over half the people that are on social media. She really understands it. In fact, she was on last Saturday. She gave her 5 best tips for Periscope.
Are you serious?
Yep.
I missed it.
Amazing job. I didn't give her info. I didn't anything. She wrote them down. She had her cheat sheet. I mean, the first one was, she goes, don't be afraid of the camera. How did she phrase it? She turned around and she goes, the camera is your friend. Don't be afraid of the camera.
Wow. She's mimicking her dad.
So,
or not mimicking,
was
she's
like, the
channeling.
social leader and her father.
Yes. Kopi Woda says, she did a great job, so obviously she saw that.
Yeah, she really, really does. And, the biggest thing I'm instilling in with her is she loves to help people also. She knows about the charity we started 3 years ago, the Dream World, the Dream Room Makeovers. She's constantly in school saying, I want to bring canned goods in. I want to bring my own coats in. I want to do all these types of things. She would like to grow her hair like all the way down and then cut off that 12 inches to donate.
Somehow I knew that was coming. That's so awesome.
She's not doing it, but she'd like to do it, and it's not my side. It's got to be a mutual thing between two people to agree on. Shall I put it that way?
Yes. Where do you draw the line between Raina and periscoping? Where is there a line? Are there boundaries that she scopes with you or alone?
She's only allowed on twice a week.
Uh-huh.
I may occasionally have a letter on a third, and she's only allowed on if I'm with her.
Those are pretty
and
good.
I want to be able to read the comments. I want to know what's being said. I have a planned routine with her usually, what she's going to do. I don't want her to go off tangent because I don't want it to open up into something else that maybe shouldn't be done there. I mean, she is a young lady, and she is 8.5 years old, and, trolls are trolls. And
oh, my gosh.
I have to admit, knock on wood.
I hope that's real wood.
It's real solid wood on my coffee table.
That's great.
She has never had a troll come in her room when she's on. And I think maybe because they come in and they see me with her, there's not much they're going to say.
Because you're the dad.
It's just, the power of the clock.
Yeah, that's really good. I mean, I love the boundaries. And I mean,
second, I gotta hydrate.
Please, thank you. I'll join you. In case you guys don't know, I'm the hydration queen. I'm so glad that Robert's doing that. Join me for my 3 scopes to hydrate a day. So, Robert, tell me, I know his daughter. Cricket Fox says your daughter is amazing, which I know you're watching this, but she is amazing. And you guys join in with questions for Robert.
I'm really very proud of her. I really am.
You should be. I mean, your relationship, you can just see it. It just permeates and exudes. So from Periscope, it's like you guys are. It's really really close, and it's and you taking on. I mean, not that you. I was going to say not that you had a choice, but you do have a choice because I know single dads that have a choice.
I didn't have to fight to get her. I could have said to my ex, take her, but I just knew for her sake she was better off with me.
That's
on a primary situation because I'm more about the quality of the time, not the quantity.
Absolutely.
And I'm one that will sit down with her. We do arts and crafts together. We play games together. We do so many things. We take walks. It's not about running to Funplex and spending $50. It's not about all those type of things. It's more about having fun and enjoying it. And there's some days, like 3-4 days in a row, when she's on break, we barely leave the house. We're having so much fun together.
That's really good. I mean, that's awesome. So now we talked about Raina, but you have some free time when she goes to her mom's, and you have to have a life outside of scoping. So what are your hobbies besides building dream bedrooms for children, and what do you do? Do you read? Do you...
Well, just to clarify, we don't do just the bedroom. We actually remodel the whole entire house in one day.
That's a good clarification. That's amazing.
We usually have 400 to 500 volunteers show up.
Welcome, Tommy. That's really amazing.
Living room, flooring, bathrooms redone, lighting, everything.
Wow.
They basically get a whole revamped inside of the house.
That's incredible. I am amazed. I wish people could see me fainting over here because that's just awesome. I shouldn't be fainting because seriously, I mean, you are a very giving spirit, and you really are inspirational.
But I really don't have a lot of free time between my daughter, my business, and Periscope.
So what do you think? I mean, you are the social leader. So where do you think that socially Periscope is taking us? Where are we all going with businesses, with personal, maybe personal connections, like dating even? I mean, where do you see it going?
It's really endless. There are so many possibilities that this platform, and Meerkat too, same thing, live streaming now through your phone services, things.
Uh-huh.
Live streaming can go anywhere. It's become a business way to connect. It's become a personal way to connect. I guarantee somebody will come up with a dating way to connect. Past the Bachelor, past the Bachelorette. There'll be so many variations. We're already seeing past the talent with musicians.
Oh, yes.
We're seeing pets being scoped, with people's animals and pets and giving advice.
Yes.
We see doctors slowly coming on.
Yes.
Psychologists and things like that. Not necessarily labeling, but giving general advice. I've noticed that in the past couple of weeks, some lawyers are starting to come on.
Mm-hmm.
The big box stores are all starting to come on. I mean, it's basically endless possibilities because it's all about engagement and interaction. It's live. We went from sitcom TV to talk show TV to reality TV.
Right.
Really wasn't reality. 80% of it was staged anyway. And then now this is reality. I mean,
yes.
Somebody has a coughing fit in the middle of their speech. It's not like you can edit it out.
No do-overs.
I call whenever I see a mistake happen or I do a mistake, I call it a flub. Sorry, flub.
That's funny because a friend of mine calls a fluff a foo-foo or a flatulence. So you got a fluff. That works.
So I call it a flub. So when I see a mistake, and it's funny with the people that I coach, some people that know me and they know that word through me, they'll make a mistake and I'll just type flub, F-L-U-B, and they just start laughing, going, "Yes, the flub."
Oh, that's funny, Robert.
It sounds so much nicer than a mistake.
It does sound much nicer. It's much gentler. So I'm going to read. My name is Lynnie Wennerstrom, creator of CrazyAwesomeHealthU.com. It's dark in here. I'm sorry. This is like really, I don't know why it's so dark. But I'm interviewing Robert C. Stearns, at Robert C. Stern, the social leader. And we're just chatting here, and I want you to see an inspirational side. I'm sure that you have been inspired by Robert because he's amazing. He gives and gives and gives. And then I went to his LinkedIn page. And I'm like, what? He's the president and founder of Dream Room Makeovers. And he's helping children. He's helping us. He's helping so many people. So let's go back to Robert and continue this conversation. If I can. More. Yeah, Cricket Fox is enjoying you even more. I know it's really, you really are just, and this is not to make you feel like so good, although I hope it does, but you really give, Robert. I mean, and I know you said you're mommy and you just feel like you want to give, but there's something more that drives you. What drives you? Like what do you wake up in the morning and what do you think when you open your eyes? Like what are you thinking?
Well, I was on a podcast today, not mine, being interviewed on a podcast, and it was a similar type of question. What do I get? What do I look forward to each day?
Uh-huh.
In business and in life, I look at it as the same. Whatever I do today that I interact with other people, I hope they come away with some sort of little bit of value that I was able to help. And that's what I look at, even if it's the smallest stuff. If they can just think in a way differently and get a little value out of something that we have a discussion about. And that's I feel like that's my purpose every day. Whether it's a coaching call, whether it's on a scope giving a tip or a hack or a Facebook idea or a Periscope idea, talking with you, you brought up the Dream Room Makeovers, maybe some other people like that idea of helping kids or something. If people can get some sort of value, that's all I care.
Yeah, it shows. I mean, I've watched you, I don't know, I've been on now, when did it start? Like March 27th or something?
Yeah, March
Periscope.
27th.
So, and I've been on since, I don't know, April or late April or something. I don't even know when. Maybe not even that. But, I mean, I've watched your rooms go from, I mean, even you'd have 12 sometimes in the room to last night, there are like over 100 in the room. And I know it blew up when you wore that fancy outfit.
Yeah. We don't talk about that again.
But you had 1,000 people in there. I mean, it's like, but people are interested in you. I'm interested in you. I'm inspired by you. You're on my show, my big show. You know, my Periscope show, and so it's fun to watch people grow and expand, and it's the people who, as you're always saying, that give value, and you're always teaching us, give value, give, and it comes back to you. I mean, and it does. I mean, I've lived that way most of my life. So
I believe that on a business sense very, very much. That a lot of people tell me, you know, how do I do Periscopes well? You know, there's like 3-4 major questions that come up about Periscope in general, besides other social media platforms. But with Periscope, the main questions that always come up are, you know, how many times should I scope a day? How long should my scopes be? How do I get more followers? You know, all the typical questions, especially for newer people. They don't understand it. They don't know it. So I'm just a believer that whatever, if you're using this for a business, for business marketing, the more you give, the more you will receive back.
Boy,
a lot of people turn to me with, you know, I still get it, and they're like, you give out so much information. And I'm like, I really don't. I give out information that maybe you don't know about, because my niche is social media, which, you know, I need to know the ins and outs and every little idea and come up with unique content and original things, and not be part of the noise that's out there, so that people stand out with the clients that I work with. So by doing that, I'm showing options out there to everybody on Periscope that you don't have to. I did a scope, I think it was last week, that we all talk about think outside the box.
Yes.
Okay. The title of my scope was Everybody Knows Think Outside the Box. And then the second sentence got cut off purposely, so they'd come in and hear. Guys, there is no box. We all pretend there's a box.
Yeah.
There's actually, so stop thinking about the box, take the box, throw it in the fireplace, and start thinking about you.
Yeah.
Don't think about what's in a box and what's not in a box. It doesn't matter. Be yourself, be authentic, give out that information. There is no box.
There is no box.
There is no box. I mean,
Right.
it's this imaginary box in our head that it's like, oh, I'm supposed to act this way.
Right.
And guess what? There is no box. So I did that scope, and it went off like fire. I remember that. Everybody was like, oh, my God, he's right. And I'm like, it's such a simple statement, but we're accustomed to doing things a certain way.
Yeah.
You know, everybody, real estate agents. Oh, I got to do open houses, and I have to greet people, and I have to send out my postcards, and I have to send out a newsletter, and I have to do... So everybody gets accustomed to doing things. But I was reading the comment about the piece of
Cricket
string.
fox. Me too.
I was like, what is she saying?
I know. It's like a piece of string. How long is it? There is no string. No.
We're all accustomed to that we're supposed to act a certain way, and we're supposed to be a certain way in business. And stuff. Well, you know, I know for a fact, I don't act that way. I don't be that way. I'm going to be myself. I am going to enjoy every day of my job and my career that I chose to do and start my own company. I'm going to enjoy every moment that I'm on Periscope and on Facebook and everything else. And I'm just going to have fun with it, because bottom line, I don't care what your job is, your career you choose, or stay-at-home mom, or it doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not enjoying what you're doing, you shouldn't be doing it.
Boy, that's so true. That's absolutely true.
So,
well, I mean, there has to be somebody who loves you for all of this. How's your love life, Robert? Share. We're all about inspiration. Inspire us. You're getting lots of hearts. Hey, Jim. Welcome.
I've been so focused on my business.
Yes.
There's actually nobody.
Robert is a player, Matthew T. Forrest says.
There actually is, it's me and my daughter.
Yes.
And that's it. I can honestly say I have not been on a date. I don't believe in doing this thing. But I'm an open book. Hey, if I can wear the bra on Periscope, I can talk about anything.
Hey, you're talking about the bra now. Brassiere time. Anyway, go ahead. Finish that.
If I can do that, okay. I have not had a date in, I think it was September.
Robert, but you're so cute and so nice and so lovable.
I have a unique situation, and I can acknowledge it. I have an 8.5-year-old.
Yes.
And she's with me mostly,
mm-hmm.
which is not the norm, and I know that.
Right.
But I would never trade it for the world. I would rather be single for the rest of my life and have my daughter.
Right.
When I meet people that are close to my age, yes, I'm 49. Before somebody says, how old are you?
I wasn't going to ask you that. I was going to let some things be private.
But being 49, I'll be 50 next year, and I have a young one, an 8-year-old. Hello, Colin Dyer. There's my artist.
An artiste in the house. Do-do-do.
Someone is drawing the picture of Raina.
Oh, really? Very cool.
Yeah.
Colin, I'll drop some emojis so I can follow you. I've got to see it.
And being that I'm of that age, and I'm not saying it's old, but most people my age do not have kids that are 8 years old. They're usually in college or out of college.
True.
And the ones I've met, they're very nice people and everything like that, but as soon as they hear that I have primary and that she's with me the most, it's kind of like been there, done that before. I want to live my life now.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying they're wrong. They have those rights to do those things, but I don't have that choice.
Well, it's personal.
Yeah, I don't have that choice. So of course, everybody says, well, go for someone younger. I'm like, well, yeah, well, it's that easy.
Boy, that's true.
So I haven't had a date since September. I really haven't been looking.
Uh-huh.
If it falls in my lap, it falls in my lap. I know there was a bunch of people on Periscope that were having fun saying they put a hashtag out, find Robert Love. They were going to try to find somebody for me. And I was like, guys, it's not going to work.
Robert, that's so funny because it seems like that was so long ago, but that was probably only like 5 weeks ago. I mean, seriously. I was just thinking how long ago. Find Robert Love, says Alpha Omega.
Yeah. How
you doing there?
Alpha Omega is actually in the same boat, being a single gentleman of Toronto, Canada, ladies. But the younger version with no kids.
Wow. So here's the thing for you and good old Alpha, you guys. So this is what's going to be so fun. And let's see, thanks has become the dating game, Alpha. So
that's our number one. Tell me about you now.
So now here's the really fun. Hey Sonia, welcome. So now you're putting on an amazing thing that you've already talked about, you've already shared on your scope and everything for in September for the Periscope Summit. And so just share that, because here's what I'm thinking for Robert and for Alpha Omega now. You look younger. Look, Lola says you look younger. I can barely see you with the glare. But so at the Periscope Summit, I mean, you're putting on, tell us about that, because I think things are going to happen out there between lots of people.
Oh, Well, the Periscope Summit, September 22nd, 23rd, and 24th in New York Scope Week in New York City, and I'm speaking at it as among 20 plus other people. And there's an opening party the first night. It's till about 10 o'clock. I know there's a DJ and Mark Kay and Alex Kahn will be speaking and just all this stuff going on. But it ends at 10 o'clock. And I'm sitting here going, I'm 20 miles outside New York City, and I have grown up with New York City. I grew up on Long Island. I live in Jersey on the other side now. And, I spent many a night in the city growing up. And I was like, people are flying in from all over the country. They're not going back to their hotel room at 10 o'clock at night on the first night of the summit.
Right.
So I decided there is a place that is 6 blocks away called the Waylon, Waylon. And we are going to have the first Periscope Summit after party.
Inaugural.
And I have invited anybody who is attending the summit to be there. So there's not this exclusive list. It's basically walk in by the door and say Periscope Summit, and you're in. And they will give you a ticket. 10 p.m. Green Eggs and Alpha. I did that book already. And they're going to give you a ticket at the front door, and the first drink is on me.
That is so awesome. I mean, we're going to see some hookups and connections, and I mean, for sure. I mean, if we think Periscope, periscoping is, it's so amazing with the connections and everything. Wait till we see each other in person. Drunk scoping.
No drunk scoping will be allowed. And to add to the top of it, I am providing one person, and Alpha's going to be very, very upset about this part, because I know Alpha is friends with a certain person that I'm about to announce, and he already knows he's doing it.
Oh, Alpha.
At the after party, we will have one person standing up to do a entertainment for everybody, and it will very first time in front of people, entertaining them.
Yes.
Jason Stolkin will be doing a stand-up comedy routine.
Really?
Yes,
Oh.
I already told him he's doing it. I'm announcing it on your show that he is doing it at that place. He has no choice.
That is awesome.
So we'll have a little entertainment. Everybody will get a drink. They'll have some food there. They're open till 4 in the morning. Who cares? We're just all going to have a great time. I already know
Alpha's going to get there.
There's over 100 people at least that I have to walk up to and just give a huge hug.
Oh,
because
yeah.
I just feel like I know them.
I know. It's amazing. I mean, look, it's like I'm talking to you, and I feel like we've been friends for 10,000 years, and it's probably been
it's like you're sitting in my living room.
8 weeks or something like that. It's so crazy. It's awesome. So if there's anybody new in here, this is Robert C. Stern, in case you're wondering who he is. And hello, without my lens, so you can barely see your head. And he is the founder and CEO of The Social Leader, and you can find him on Facebook. It's The Social Leader. Well, it's just The Social Leader on Facebook. And if you haven't ever been, if there's anybody watching the replay or anybody coming that's new on here now, if you don't follow Robert, you need to follow him. Hey, Randall. Randall S. Chase just walked in the door. He walked in the door. Quick, close the door. Randall just walked in.
Who left the door open?
Who did that? Who let the dogs out? Who did that? Randall, we're just messing with you. So I have to ask you, for people who are watching that, because you do such great scopes and you help so many people and you help so many of us to move ourselves forward, and you're always like first to give us like the lowdown on, I mean, I remember when the iOS system first had the update, and you're just like, boom, you can do this and this and this, and you're always like the first one. If for people, what books do you read? Like what? I know that this is social media and this is online and other things, but who inspires you? Like, what do you read books that are inspirational or motivational, or who inspires Robert C. Stern?
I don't get to read a lot of books. Being a single dad and things like that, and it's hard to find the time to read because my mind is always going, and it's always coming up with new ideas and possibilities, and so a lot of times I'm just writing a lot of things down, and I have these books. I have these like little sketchbooks. I used to have those. Remember those little pads with the flip over?
Yes, the Big Chief tablets.
With the spirals on them and stuff. I used to carry those everywhere because something would just pop in my head and I had to write them down.
Wait, I was totally messing around because I said the Big Chief tablets, but I was messing around. You're talking about like when I was a cop or a police officer, the little ones. The little ones with that you put in your pocket.
Memos.
Yes,
yeah.
Got it.
I used to have tons of those things.
Yes.
And then I obviously grew up and got a big spiral. So I became a big spiral. And I keep them around the house because there's a lot of times my mind comes up with something, and I scoped a little bit earlier tonight.
Steno pads.
Thank you.
Cricket. Cricket comes through. Do-do-do. Thank you, Cricket.
And like even tonight, I decided I took a couple of my videos, and I did a rough draft, a sizzle reel, and then I scoped it as a rough draft. It wasn't even a finalized one, but I wanted to get people thinking about trying to do something new.
Yeah.
And it's on my brain, and I was like, if I don't scope this out and try this, it's going to bother me the rest of the night. It's kind of like that you are talking about an author or an actor or an actress, and you just, you can't remember their name, and it's eating you up until you've got to go to Google and find it.
Yes.
Because until you have the answer, it's going to drive you insane.
Yes.
If I don't get some of the stuff out of my head, and on paper, I won't go to sleep. I mean, there was an old, Randall Chase probably knows this. I know he's in the room. There was an old commercial with Hewlett-Packard where a guy wakes up in the middle of the night. It was a TV commercial. And it was one of those little recording machines that you could talk and leave messages to yourself.
Yeah.
It was about what if. And it was like he came up with this idea in his head. He couldn't go back to sleep. So he had to put it on the recording device, put it down, and he was able to go back to sleep.
Oh.
I'm literally the same way. If I don't get it off my brain, it will eat me up and bother me until I get it out. Either scope it, write a blog about it, something. I just got to get it out there. And I don't know what it is. It's just I got to share it. And so many times I come up with ideas. It's crazy.
Because you're amazeballs.
I do on Periscope 3 times a week. I do 3 coaching sessions. People come in. I say, ask me questions.
Yes.
And they're like, well, how do you use Periscope for business? I go, well, what's your industry? I said, give me an industry. I'll tell you how to do it.
Yeah.
And they throw things at me like a farmer, a pig salesman. They try to catch me with the joke stuff.
Yeah.
And I tell them how they can do it.
Because sales are sales, and it's marketing is marketing, and social media is social media. But you always have a twist for everything. I mean, I shouldn't say it's just that because there's so many other things, but you're so creative. And so like this morning when we were talking, I was talking about Camtasia and recording my stuff on that, and you said, yeah, well, we'll just put it in a box. Or you said, you put it in a box, and it's like, wow, it's like, I don't know. It was just so,
I'm just wrangling it out.
Yeah, it was really awesome. It just happened. And so, so that's one of the reasons, you're just so inspirational. You're so creative, and I love that. And I love that you share, and I love so much about you.
Sharing is caring. Oh, you asked me who inspires me. That was where this started.
I know.
Went off on a big tangent.
I know, but I didn't want to come back to it because I thought maybe only you inspired you.
No.
So
My daughter is always the top of the list. She inspires me.
Oh, I bet.
But I have some friends that inspire me. One of them is online with Periscope with us. I had to push her to get on Periscope because I had so much belief on Periscope. Katie Lamb.
Yes.
Very, very good friend of mine for over 6 years. I met her on Facebook. We actually never got to meet in person, but we've done stuff together. And she's always inspired me. Just her way of doing content creation and repurposing, and the way she speaks at events that I've seen on videos. And we talk daily. She's a very, very good friend of mine, and I highly recommend her because, people deal with people they like, trust, or know. And,
Yes.
not everybody's going to work with me and say, oh, I want Robert to work with me. My personality might not mix, but I recommend Katie all the time. I will turn around and say, something, if you don't feel it's right with me, I suggest you talk to Katie Lamb. And, yes, we're competitors.
Yes.
But you want something? If I can't have it, I want her to do it. So somebody like Katie Lamb, obviously my daughter, I have a coach myself. Very inspirational to me. Her name is Deborah Trapin. She's out in Seattle. In fact, she's the one who said to me about 47 million times until it sunk in my head this phrase, which is now in a frame, and I have her little name on it.
Oh, let me go back. Let me see. Focus equals flourish. Let me take this back. Focus equals flourish. Very, very cool. And her name's on there.
And I typed it out on the computer. Deborah Trapin, D11 Consulting. She is my coach. She means a lot to me as a person, as a friend. We speak on a weekly basis. Not a long time, but on a weekly basis. And she gives me a lot of clarity and a lot of focus. And that phrase was the difference of in my first year, closing my business and it excelling to where it is.
Wow.
And every single entrepreneur out there should live by it. Focus equals flourish. Focus what you want and it will flourish.
Well, it's interesting because focusing is really manifesting. You know what I mean? When you focus, you manifest. I mean, just hands down. If I don't focus on something, it doesn't get done. And so you're just bringing it to yourself.
Exactly.
So I love that. I think that's really cool. I think I'll put that on my wall too.
It's amazing. It really, really made a big difference in my life.
Are you writing a book? Aren't you writing a book?
I'm in the process of talking to somebody about writing a book. I wanted to do it a little faster than what we're doing, but with the way Periscope's been working, my business has, it sounds like I'm complaining. My business has skyrocketed.
Yeah.
The first month it was play around and figure it out. The second month I started marketing myself. The third month I started marketing myself further about courses. And it's unbelievable. I mean, it's all about an engagement. It's all about building relationships. And if you believe in yourself 100%, it shows. And you're giving out the content that people want to hear, that want to learn, that want to move on, and you can help them, your business will excel. And Periscope actually has brought me to a completely different level in business. It's unbelievable.
That's great. Yeah, it's fun to watch you grow.
Yeah.
Not that I know exactly, but you can see it.
You know what's funny is that I did a scope on this last night, actually. I actually have to learn myself to scale back on Periscope.
Right.
Because I think we discussed it a little this morning.
Yes.
You start to neglect your other social media sites.
Yeah.
And once you start neglecting those sites, what happens if Periscope disappears on Monday?
Yeah, exactly.
We don't own the site. That's just the way we are. And, we don't own Facebook. Any of these sites could disappear on any day.
Yeah.
So you need to be able to literally have the ability to work more than one platform. I always say 2 or 3 platforms is a good area. You know, you can always go more if you want, if you think you can handle it. But if you really want to master them first, you can always add another platform afterwards.
Yeah, that's good advice. It's very good advice.
If you do too many of them at one time, you'll get nothing done on any of them.
That's really a good point, because that's what happened to me in the beginning. It was just crazy all over.
So thin. You're trying to learn all 7 sites, and I want to post daily on every site. What do I do? And you know, the next thing you know, you're spending 3-4 hours a day trying to do social media, and you shouldn't be doing that.
Yeah. How much time should somebody be spending on social media?
You know, it varies. I'm a big believer that you need to learn when relationships build to start taking it offline.
Yeah.
Use Skype. Use the phone. You know, a lot of people forget that there's an app in these phones, and you dial 10 digits on them, and you can actually talk to somebody on them. And it becomes more personal
than
sending a text message.
Yes.
So, you know, a little bit of old school is still needed. The phone app, exactly.
What the question was that, Randall?
It's amazing how many people forget and they live their life on social media.
I know.
I'm not saying Periscope, the live scope.
Marcus!
Their whole life is business is to be behind the computer.
Game show Craig, he uses it every once in a while.
Exactly, Craig, exactly.
Luna Bella's World, welcome. Hello, darling. Who is Marcus Lee? Oh my gosh, that's...
But seriously, we need to remember to engage with people, build those relationships, and take them offline. You said it when you introduced me with one of my blog articles for the hashtag pick up the phone.
Yeah, it is.
People forget how personal that can make something.
Yes. Yeah, oh, it really does. And you just keep driving it home too. I mean, with me, you've just really, like, you've taught me personally, you've taught all of us, but I can speak for myself. And actually I see others doing it too, but like to go after a scope and to go DM people, or, you know, to thank them for being on the scope and to make it personal. And it has really, really helped a lot. And
you start conversation. I'm a true believer on Twitter that because of Periscope, you will enhance your Twitter involvement, and one tweet can start a conversation.
Yeah, it's awesome. Well, Randall Chase just joined again. I'm not sure if something's going on with the connection because people are coming in and coming back in. But is there anything else that you've got? You have a course coming up. You want to talk about that a little bit before
I have a course that's coming up. It's actually a really, really big course. I have 8 speakers that have decided to join courses and are going to help out. It's a 10-week course. It's going to be community building online. It's going to cover every platform: Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, Pinterest, Periscope, Twitter, YouTube, blogging, just everything across the board. And each week we'll have a different module. And what will happen is I'm going to have a guest speaker on a lot of them. People like Brian Fonzo and Katie Lance and Holly G Studios, Danielle Ford, Karen Yankovich, all specialty people, Will Irish, Kathy Hackle, Jilly Sue from who talk about Instagram. And so it's a 10-week course. It's on Fridays at 12 o'clock live. It's going to have 25 people in it. That's it. We're capping it out. They also get an extra hour a week with me to do a coaching call besides that. And there's a couple other things thrown in with the Facebook group and some downloads and accountability. And it's basically having a digital conference of the top people across the nation. And it's going to be for 25 people. They're going to get it. And they are
amazing.
Not going to go over, make sure your bio is filled out, or, don't, have a picture. They are going to give hardcore things. to really, really enhance your presence on social media. That if you really put those in place, you're not going to go up one level. You're going to go up two.
Or 10,000. Yeah, that's an incredible.
You know, it's not a cheap program. I understand that. We're doing an early bird special on it until this Friday. The link is actually on my Twitter page, at Robert C. Stern, which is my Twitter. And the link will bring it there. It's $1,750. But after Friday night, it goes up to $24.99. So it's an $800 savings if you do it by Friday.
And
which is a big number.
Well, it is and it isn't, because I mean I've paid $2,000 for courses before. It's just if it's the value and it's what you need when and you're in that place, then it's an investment in your future. And if this is
typical, see, I look at it this way: a typical coach, and I'm going to give you an average because there's a range depending on the coach, is probably about $500. And I'm bringing in, besides myself, 8 others.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sitting here going, that's technically a $4,500 value to get all of it combined into one piece.
Yeah, exactly.
And to sit here and say, okay, it's $1,750.
Yeah.
So it's a huge thing. We do already have people signed up. Once we hit 25, we got to cut it.
Yeah.
I want it to be very personable.
Mm-hmm.
And, I mean, we might do it again when it's over. You know,
Yeah.
if it goes well and everybody has a great time and they really learn, and I'm going to put surveys out afterwards to see what people thought of it. And if everything comes back 100% positive, we'll start it up again in like 2 to 3 weeks right afterwards again.
That's great.
So,
That's good to know.
yep.
So I've been interviewing Robert C. Stern, at Robert C. Stern on let me just turn this back around. Just hang on while was there anything else that you want to add, Robert?
No, I thank you for having me. I mean, it's so funny that, we met on Periscope, and you got into that. I learned about you as the hydration lady.
Hydration lady.
3 calls a day for hydration. And then I told you about me with the water and my daughter with the water, and it was like, we kind of just matched up because, I mean, we drink, we go through so much water in this house. It's so scary.
Which is so good.
I know. It's like, I wish it was the old days where you just took it from your sink. Because I'm constantly doing the bottled waters.
Yeah.
But I mean, growing up, it was you grabbed the glass, put some ice in, and you went to the sink and you drank the water.
Yeah. You might want to invest in a Berkey system. It's only...
I'm telling you, because I go through 24 bottles between Rain. If Rain is in the house, not like tonight she's at her mom's. So we go through a 24-pack in about 2.5 to 3 days.
Yeah, get yourself a Berkey, because then you won't have the BPA leaching into your water, and you won't be putting that into the, don't have to recycle, you know what I mean? Making that footprint. So, yeah. Do you know what a Berkey is?
Yes, I do.
Yes! Yay! Yay! Okay. Well, thank you so much, Robert, for joining. I mean, you're just such an amazing guy. Really, seriously, just am so inspired by you. Your single dadness, your awesomeness, you're always giving. And then when I read about your foundation or your charity, it's like, whoa. So
and it's funny because you brought that up, because I never brought it up in the almost 4 months ago. I never even talked about it.
Well, I love digging. I love digging into people because I love interviewing people because I love people, and I love seeing what makes people tick. And so. Yeah, so I will always dig. So, yeah, I know you haven't, because I would know about that. So I had to go find...
Yeah, and the reason I don't is because it's a local thing. We do it just here. We can't do it national. It's just too much work involved and everything else. But we do it locally. It was great. We were actually to get Home Depot gets involved, and
wow.
We got IKEA and great companies that have helped us out with donations and everything. So, and it's fun to see those kids come home at the end of the day, and see the whole house, like, even parents, like they walk into almost like a brand new kitchen.
Well, you know, I mean, from the, what is it, the home makeovers and things like that across the world, whatever that show is, I haven't seen it in so long.
Extreme Home Makeover.
Extreme Home Makeover.
Me and my friends got the idea
Yeah.
that we would renovate the entire house in one day, but the only difference is we don't demolish the house. We use the existing house and how we can do it. Designers come on board and give their time. Contractors come in, plumbers, everybody. It's unbelievable.
Oh, do you have pictures that you could, do you have it on Facebook?
If you go onto YouTube,
Uh-huh.
I mean, we haven't done one in a few months now, just because we're all kind of time constrained, but we're talking about getting another one set up soon.
Yeah.
Because each one takes almost 6 months to do.
Oh, I can imagine.
The design work and everything that we got to do.
Before you go in and
go
actually
on
do it.
YouTube and you look up Dream Room Makeovers. You will see YouTube. There were TV stations that did stuff on it when we first started, and we have certain things videoed before and after, interviews with volunteers that have been involved. We get T-shirts made.
Wow.
We have restaurants coming in feeding all the volunteers.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's an unbelievable day.
Well,
It's exhausting. It's tiring. 15-hour day. But when I come back in the house and after it's all done, it's like one of the most rich, filling feelings. That you did something for this family. And we all go and do the walks, the AIDS walk and the breast cancer walk. And unfortunately, you know, right now there's no closure on it because they haven't found ways to cure those things. But we go in purpose to redo the house, and when we're done, it's done. We actually redid the house. So there's closure on the project.
Oh.
Which makes every single one of the volunteers that satisfaction inside that we finished it.
that, Robert, is amazing. The closure part, because it's what you're just, I mean, and that was probably, that may have, you know, the Extreme Home Makeover may have inspired it, but it's just you coming at that from that point of view that they get some closure, because there isn't always closure. You're absolutely correct. That's spot on.
We're doing these walks for cancer and this and that, and we're doing them every year. And I'm not saying don't do them. They need to be done. They need the funding.
Oh yeah, well, some do.
But until some,
I beg to differ with you on some of them,
but until some of them find the cure, it's never ending.
Yeah, that's true.
Whereas there's an ending in sight.
Yeah.
Our job is to come in, do this, finish the job, and everybody gets something out of it.
That's awesome. Hey, Melody Reynolds is saying, hey, she's saying hi to you. And Melody,
Hi, Melody.
Melody Reynolds is my guest on tomorrow on the Beyond Awesome show. And
Nice.
so it's going to be a lot of fun. We'll be talking about essential oils, and she actually is starting a new business, Robert, and I think you may have been part of that. I don't know. An inspiration.
Oh.
You're part of everybody's. But she's put together her everything, and her whole tagline and everything. She was talking about it on the Scope today. I was like, yes, she's finding herself. So I'm really excited about it, Melody. So it's going to be a really good Scope. I know, she's amazing. So I'm really excited for that tomorrow.
Melody should be taking the course, so this way she's slamming on social media for it.
Melody, you're gonna have to watch the replay to hear all about the course, or just go to Robert's Twitter feed and click on the link for the course, so you can learn more about it, because it is rockin' awesome. So
it really is. It really is.
So again, this is Robert C. Stern at Robert C. Stern, Robert at Robert C. Stern on Periscope and the Social Leader on Facebook. Do you have a website?
Social media is my website.
Okay.
Find me on every social media site. If you type in Robert C. Stern or the Social Leader, I will pop up.
I know I found you on LinkedIn, which I knew you were on there anyway. But so anyway, thank you so very mucho. Let me just don't hang up yet. Let me just say goodbye to. See if I can turn this around. It's really dark. I apologize on my end. I'm not sure exactly why, but my name is Lynnie Wennerstrom, creator of CrazyAwesomeHealthyYou.com and author of this book, 7 Simple Steps to a Crazy Awesome Healthy You. And I've just been interviewing Robert C. Stern. He is awesome. He is absolutely awesome. Hey, David, welcome. It's not dark at all? Oh, right. So, hey, Stacy, I didn't know you were there. So, Cricket, you're so welcome. Isn't he amazing? I know he inspires so many of us, and he just had to be on my Beyond Awesome show. So, thanks again to Robert. Thank you guys for taking your time, your data plan, whatever it is. Just, you are so valuable to me, to Robert, to, I mean, just really, really appreciate you, and appreciate you. Love him to pieces. I know, I do too. So thank you guys so much, and don't forget Melody Reynolds will be on 11:30 Mountain Standard Time, 1:30 Eastern Time tomorrow on the Beyond Awesome show. So, and catch the replay if you've missed any of this, because Robert is a fascinating man and very inspiring man, and I think if any of you are on here and know that, there's a lot about him that we kind of delved into. We did. Even his love life. So catch the replay. All right, kiddos. Thank you so very mucho. I appreciate it. And you guys have a rockin' awesome night, day, morning, wherever you are in the world. We appreciate you so much. And be good to yourself. Be your biggest cheerleader. Be your biggest fan. And I know